Hot news. Welcome to AFRIMEDIA Rwanda. We here to talk about for breaking news are trending on media like New York Post, CNN Politics, The New Times. Like dad who claimed he killed 14-year-old daughter in freak accident found guilty after jurors don't buy story about Tong's mix-up, and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem joins first ICE raids in NYC as feds pluck dirtbags off the streets. Is many medias has talk about. For this news, don't miss to subscriber AFRIMEDIA Rwanda. Your window to the world's stories and hot news. Dad who claimed he killed 14-year-old daughter in freak accident found guilty after jurors don't buy story about Tong's mix-up. A British dad who claimed he stabbed his 14-year-old daughter to death in a freak accident while mucking about in the kitchen was found guilty of murder on Monday. Simon Vickers, 50, was convicted after the jury deliberated for less than 14 hours in the controversial death of teen Scarlett Vickers, who bled to death after being stabbed in the chest in the family home in Darlington on July 5th, with her dad claiming he thought he threw tongs at her rather than a knife. But jurors were swayed by a forensics expert who testified that the angle of the 8-inch kitchen knife that struck Scarlett suggested she was firmly stabbed, the BBC said in a report. We may never know why or what caused Simon Vickers to do what he did that night, Durham Police Detective Superintendent Craig Rudd told reporters after the verdict, the outlet reported. Sadly, today's verdict will not bring Scarlett back, but he will now face the consequences of his actions. Simon Vickers testified in Teesside Crown Court that he and his wife, Sarah Hall, were playing around in the kitchen with Scarlett after he downed 4 glasses of wine while watching soccer on TV. We were having harmless fun, he told jurors. There was no knife in the equation. I was throwing a pair of tongs as far as I was aware. Then she just stopped breathing. There was nothing. Her eyes just went like a doll's eyes. But Jennifer Bolton, a forensics expert called to the stand by prosecutors, testified that it was practically impossible for a knife like the one that killed Scarlett could have caused the fatal injury by being thrown. Bolton said the knife was being held tightly with a firm grip when it caused the fatal 4-inch wound. Vickers' lawyer told the court his client was already serving a life sentence after his daughter's death. With Postwires, so let's listen. This Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem joins first ICE raids in NYC as feds pluck dirtbags off the streets. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem joined federal authorities Tuesday for the first deportation raids in New York City under President Trump's clampdown, lauding ICE for getting dirtbags off the streets. The newly confirmed DHS secretary was driven between various locations in an armored Bearcat SWAT vehicle while boasting about the successful pre-dawn operation on X and sharing images of herself wearing a protective ICE vest, surrounded by heavily armed officers. We are doing this right, doing exactly what President Trump promised the American people, making our streets safe. Live this AM from NYC, I'm on it, Noem wrote just before 5 a.m. Noem, 53, later shared footage of one of the first raids, saying it showed a criminal alien with kidnapping, assault, and burglary charges, and thanked U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers for putting the suspect away. Noem also shared several images of heavily equipped and armed officers in a post thanking DHS, ICE, the Secret Service, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, U.S. Marshals, and the NYPD Special Operations Unit for their roles. Additional reporting by Joe Marino. Thank you for watching AFRIMEDIA Rwanda. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating documentaries that bring history to life. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed, your window to the world's stories.